Yeah. Tell me if you remember this. It was all a dream. We used to write
words on a magazine.
Read.
Read words. Oh,
I got you.
No, I'm trying to coach you from the past episode that we did.
You remember that episode, dog?
I was the flipping premier, dog. How would I not remember that episode?
As we had dreams. Dog. Let me do my intro. Manene guys, sifikile sikalelekile igama ngo LB lebo hang Andres one political connects. Hey, bit of a tongue twister. Untitled. Not just any Ketsi, the only Ketsi.
Come on, dog.
The only Ketsi.
Come on. What's
Jack
poppin',
of all
dog?
trades. This isn't just a game.
How you,
my guy?
I'm alright, how are you?
Ah, man. You remember the shake?
Hey, dog.
First episode I did.
First episode, yeah.
When we're still slaying.
Oh, snap. I remember very well. I think we were at
in Bram.
Some rooftop.
Yeah, you were coming from Pretoria, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I just landed
from...
I just landed from Eastern Cape.
Oh, yeah, from
East
London,
London,
right?
I landed by the station, and then you fetched me there. So I had bags and all that, so yeah. The whole reason why I could actually switch from Eastern Cape coming to Joburg, just for the podcast. Come on. Come on. But trust, it was worth it, dog.
But everybody's here. Avela is here. She didn't leave. You know, it's like ndifuna ukubona lo bhuti. Ukhona nangemba? Amazing. Yeah. Ndixelele ndiphethe isipho right. Hayi sibusi pha ngaphandle. Yadlala sikho apha. NS is here, the prince. Yeah. The Don. Yeah, man. It's a sound guy, camera guy.
The shoe.
Yes, sis.
With all the
you are oppressed, my name.
Prince _ Don.
Yeah.
Prince _ there _ Don
yeah.
_ again.
Yeah,
yes, sis, dog. Were you high when you came up with that handle?
Oh, yeah.
Stop smoking. Stop smoking, man.
Like 80% of the time.
But hey, if it helps you, dog, run with it. Ketsi, man.
My boy.
Nice to have you here, man.
Dog.
It's been a while. When last did I see you, dog?
Flip. When last? I think it was, we were doing, it was through a video call, yeah. Otherwise, in person,
yes.
That was the last time. When I came to shoot, I think that's when I saw in person. Yeah, we've been connecting through, I think, how many years back? It was 2018.
Not 14.
Nah, 2018.
Okay.
2018,
okay.
when I came to do the Slayers session.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And then ever since we've been just video calling each other.
Because we're busy, Chapman. We're busy.
Dog, hey.
You're busy there in East London and I want to test your closer there. It's full born.
Alright.
Just keep on.
Maybe the accent might not be there, but get to take Mfundini.
Oh. Kapinda food?
Get to take Mfundini.
I feel like I'm on radio right now. Tini Chapiam.
Akho to puta. I want to solong isphethe kakuhle kaloku. I try. You feel me?
Yeah, man, I feel you, dog. All right, let's get into it. Who is Ketsi?
Yo, dog, I remember when I answered that question last time. Hey, it was we're in a different place.
Yeah.
We're doing different things, winning at most. But how
Shout
today
out.
I may describe Ketsi, yo, dog. I can basically say I've got a lot of hats that I go by, right?
Yeah.
So Ketsi is a content creator, creative marketing strategist,
business owner,
business operator, business connoisseur.
yeah. English. Yeah.
I'm mostly a creative. Everywhere where you find anything that has to do with creativity, I think that's the last time I was coming back to say I'm still that, but more. You understand? So anything that has to do with creativity, I've got my hands on it. You understand? So I'm a musician. I am a producer. An engineer, I'm a radio personality. I am a content creator for radio, content production.
Fashion as well.
Fashion.
I think the question should have been, what don't you do? What don't you do?
Yo, okay. I think okay, you got me there. For now, I can say the only thing I can't do is be fake. Yeah, the only thing I can't do is just be fake. But in all aspects, I'm just a creative man trying to, make it in Joburg. It was easier when I left for Eastern Cape, because Eastern Cape kind of like gave me anonymity. No one knew me there, so it was easy to move. But in Joburg, when your name gets to kind of like, when you're doing something or you're trying to do something, your name comes up, they're like, not this cat, because you have like problems that you don't know about with other people. You feel me? So when in Eastern Cape, it was easy to move.
Eastern Cape in East London, right?
In East London, yeah. So East London, also was more doable.
Okay, the pronunciation.
I got you.
All right, yeah.
So things were more kind of like more business orientated. So I was able to move around, because when you first and foremost, when you introduce yourself to people, they already had pictured you. They've already made up their minds of how they see you. And let's say you're stepping out of a nice whip, right?
They give you that respect.
Smell nice, you young.
Dress code as well.
You understand? So they see you numerous times, but when they get to speak to you now, they ask you, who are you? You introduce yourself, they ask around. Like Eastern Cape is so small to a point that everyone knows each other. In Eastern Cape, yonke.
And Ubuntu Bukon, yeah.
And
okay,
true that. So everyone in Eastern Cape, they are in Centurion. So Centurion is the small Eastern Cape in Joburg.
Okay.
Yeah. So in Eastern Cape, when you rock there, they ask who you are. They don't know much about. People are still comfortable in Eastern Cape to a point they haven't tapped into Joburg. So leaving Eastern Cape for Joburg, I was able to move because they think I'm this person that they've made up in their minds. They don't see a threat, they see a young boy. So when I make moves, they never saw it coming. Now to a point that I ended up being able to tap into areas like your entertainment. I was really becoming a person who was becoming noticed, not as an artist, but as a person who speaks for artists. Understand?
Representing the artist.
Yeah, business-wise, everyone, the database was good in terms of like the contacts, because you come to the car wash, there by Hemingway's, you come, you leave your details. I know who you are, maybe you might not know who I am. And I maybe am looking forward to doing business, because you do research, you ask around. What's nice about Eastern Cape, everyone they know each other. As much as Mount Elif,
but they know
each other to a point that they know even the Devon cats. You understand?
Shut up.
Because they are still in a squabble of saying, "Hi, Cockstad belongs in." You understand? It belongs in KZN. Hi, this. So I had at the right time that I was rocking with back in the day. So I'm still grateful for every opportunity that I had came across. So I was able to move, grow in that sphere of business.
Nice one.
Right now, things may not be the same as COVID, but I'm grateful because now everything is automated. If I tap into a business, I don't even have to ask what needs to be done. What is it that I need to do? So I come back to the question. I'm an entrepreneur in entertainment. We want to tap into agriculture now.
Sure.
Yeah. That's where the money is.
A Joburg dude in agriculture.
Agriculture.
Okay, I just gave away my question there. Like, where were you born and bred?
I'm gonna tell you where I was actually, but in all that, I feel that things that I know deep down that I cannot do. It's just that right now, at the top of my head, top of my mind, there are things that I can't do. It's just that I have dealt so much with insecurity to a point I understood that your truth might be somebody else's way of coming out of a situation. You understand? So to break it down, I struggled mostly throughout my life. I'd always wanted the right life for myself, and I created that. Understand?
Shout out, yeah.
Shout out to Boston. The lights, your LBs were working almost at night. They were always there working at the library. So these are the homies that I stuck around with, And you get to learn that everyone has a different story to tell.
True, everybody has a story though.
Yeah. So the lights, the Porsches, your dream car you see being driven by a fellow student you're sitting next to, because they balling at the crib. It's not their fault, but it's a good thing because the parents have set it up for them to have it easier. Do school, have a starter. You understand?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for a kid like me, I feel my life, I wouldn't wish it to be different. I want it the way it is. Why? Because there are things I wouldn't have learned, there are things I wouldn't have achieved if I didn't go through a couple of rough patches in my life. But I still appreciate the fact that I was real with the whole journey.
Shout out.
So things I cannot do is just, I want to learn, man. One
And
thing
learning
that,
is very important.
yeah, and I lack on that. I lack on
Work
that.
on it, man.
I'll definitely work on
Yeah.
it. So maybe to that question, it's committing to learning. I learn every day, but
And
sitting
not
down
being shy to say, I don't know.
yeah,
I want to learn.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people want to act like they know. And you find out that they don't know. But why didn't you say you don't know?
straight up.
You know.
And it's okay not to know.
It's okay, dog.
And guess what? Like I've met older guys which have old money. There's new money and there's old money. Old money is money which was left for you. You're still going to leave it for others. You understand?
Yep.
And they respected the relationships that I have today with a lot of people is because I was genuine from get-go. So this thing of faking until you make it, I beg to differ. I hear it's coming back now. It's coming back into a lot of television shows, a lot of social media for people who are successful and all that. It's don't. People
Be
enjoy
you.
you being genuine.
True.
Understand? Because you might be telling another kid's story, and it's always sad to meet your heroes as a kid, because you realize they're not what you thought they were.
Because of peace, good.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Imagine seeing your hero saying they live in that type of a lifestyle, or maybe let's say great example is they are for the youth, but here you are coming up as a youth, you engage them. As soon as you engage them, you realize this is not the person that is for the youth, but it's all about, okay, if I do this for you, what can you do for me?
Yeah, what are you
Or
going to give me?
for it happens in the industry where they say, okay, you look like a young nice boy, like ladies. They say, okay, fine. What can you give me? And it becomes a sexual question, you understand, an uncomfortable question. If you're willing, you're gonna do that. Everyone has their price, of course.
True.
Right? I'm never gonna say otherwise. But you are being asked by this lady you've always looked up to, saying, so okay, fine. I can do 1, 2, and 3 if you can do this for me. Now you start seeing your heroes in a different
light, yeah.
Is this you empowering me? Obvious, I can empower you with penetration, but is this the way? Is this how you empower? You understand?
I would tough go rough.
Yeah, so
Yes,
it's always good for you to have people, don't look up to people, man. Always have people that inspire you. Also remember that they are also individuals. They're going through their own things, dealing with their own demons.
That's true.
But don't idolize people.
Yeah, there's a I think it was a quote. Which one? You might be out here saying Ban is your role model.
Yeah.
Can't they're busy playing a role.
Okay. Okay.
Be careful. Be careful. So now, where were you born and bred?
Sure. I am I'm a Joe Burger by birth. Helen Joseph's, just next door to Auckland Park.
I thought you were gonna say bar. Everybody says bar.
Nah, hey. I was born into soft.
Whoa!
Hey. It's not wrong to say that.
It's not wrong.
But it wasn't mine to keep. You know, why do I say that? I was comfortable in saying that because everyone that knows me and everyone that's gonna watch the episode, the first 200 or 100 people or 300 people that are gonna watch the episode are the people who know me. You check. They know my story, and I don't just tell it. You see it in me. Understand how I treat people.
Yeah.
And so I was born in Helen Joseph's. It was JJ Stradum back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was born there. Mom was an entrepreneur.
So is that where you got your entrepreneurial spirit?
My dad was a soldier, but like a panda. He was rough.
Okay,
you understand?
yeah.
Like a panda. So he made sure that, you know how all these cheese girls are into rough boys. My mom was into that, but my dad kind of like, he became the man that my mom was hoping he becomes. That's what I heard.
Okay.
That's what I heard, because I never got to spend much time with
him.
her
Okay.
and him, you know. So my dad set up great things for us, you know, made sure that the kids are good.
Nice.
The honey is good, you understand? So you are marrying into a well-to-do family, and here you are. You can't afford to provide for your kids and your hand. So my dad really kind of like proved, you know, time and time again that I'm worthy.
I can do things. Yeah.
We have insecurities as gents, but I feel that he was always out and about. And what I love is that he was not out and about alone in the streets. He was with us. My dad would kind of like his backdoor deals. He was umuntu omthetho, but bekaphanda. Understand? You would know with them
Yeah.
Literally.
Sheesh.
So he's a legend in the streets, and today some parts of Soweto I am being taken care of because of his name. I'm not proud to say he was that, but it's a story that I gotta tell on his behalf. You understand? He was an exile dude.
Sheesh.
You know. So I don't know what my mom was thinking, but hey,
bad boys.
Look at me, hey.
Whoa, okay. I didn't know you'd take it there.
So I was born here in next door UJ. Helen Joseph. And then I grew up in when I was taken home, White City. That's where I grew up. Yeah.
Oh, so what were your interests while growing up as a kid?
Hey dog, I was a huge fan of Mendoza. Mzambia. My dad told me that I'm gonna dance for Mendoza. That's how he encouraged me always dancing, you know. Every time I was that kid when we went to my dad's home at my grand's, they would play music. And
you're that child that entertains.
Yeah, like the people who were renting there by the shacks, they would kind of like sit, they're my grand's friends. So they would throw money, play music, and I would dance. Bro. I would dance. Yeah, I still remember it like it's yesterday. You understand? So
that's dope, man.
That's how like this whole thing started.
The love for entertainment.
Yeah, because from a dancer, I switched to music. That was the closest thing.
I remember you used to rap, but we're gonna get into that. Yeah, man. Fast forward, let's go to Boston.
Cool.
What did you study at Boston?
So Boston, my major was radio. Yeah. So, but today, I always believe the life of an academia, right? Academia is not for it's like lowball.
So
you never finish. You understand? I don't know. I don't know if come on, dog. I don't know if that's the right
I was having that conversation with someone yesterday on the phone.
I pay you. Straight up, you know.
Jeez.
So you'll always continue to get accolades, continue to get awarded on certain spheres of your academia life, but it's a thing where you could say you are doing this thing one time, but I know with Prince, I know about you. You majored in Boston doing this major, radio, this, that, but at the end of the day, that's not the actual thing that you're doing.
True.
So it's always good. That's why today I regret the fact that I know how to edit, I know how to handle a camera, but I hate the part that I didn't take interest in video.
Same here.
Understand?
Yeah.
Because right now, your visuals are they're
the in thing, dog.
Yeah.
Too much.
It's too much bread.
Sure.
Everyone needs visuals.
You can ask James about that. But hey, not disclosing anything. So, dog, why radio?
Hey, dog. I could safely say the reason for radio, like that question brings excitement, right?
Okay.
Because I remember there was a guy who said, "You need to have a face for radio." That was Dr. K.
Oh, first lecture for radio.
Straight
up.
Yeah,
I remember that guy.
So he kind of like was the first person to confirm that I was doing, you know, when you enter, I was doing the right thing, and I was at the right place, and I'm in the right path.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you start your tertiary life, the crazy part is that some other people are there to find themselves. And the people that I started with first year, not all of us kind of like made it to second year. Second year was a confirmation that you are in the right field. You continue to third year. But the person, like the icing, the cherry on top was Catherine.
Grinfield, right?
Grinfield, yeah. Yes. So Kath she believed in me when I was just finding myself. I knew who I was and all that, but I was going through so much that nobody kind of like understood. I never saw a professional understanding what I'm trying to achieve, where I'm going. And people always say, yeah, this kid has talent, but he's not serious, before you could even know my story.
Damn.
So, as I said earlier, that I was honest enough about my story to be comfortable to tell the class, like, I know we're doing an assignment, but please, guys, don't expect me on this day and this day I don't have money to go to school. Everyone will chip in their pocket. I'm like, shout out to Snentlantla.
Oh yes, Sneh.
Sneh.
Where is she, by the way?
Chalibane, yeah.
Where is she?
She's in KZN.
Permanently?
Yeah.
Damn, I needed her for an interview, but it's cool.
Cool. I'm a hira.
Where? With that look?
What?
You're looking at that.
She's my friend. I'm a hira. It's always nice speaking to her.
How nice?
What?
It's okay speaking with her.
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
So
I know. I'm kidding.
So you
Greenfield,
also Prince was there. So all of my homies kind of like had me. You understand? They never made me feel small about my situation because everyone looked at me. I was the swaggiest guy, fresh sneakers, fashion, and all that. It's mainly because when I have it, it's not that I think clothes. There's always something else to prioritize that will also create a bag for me to go to school.
I get you.
Shout out to Nico. He was our dean back then. Helped me down, dog. If I tell you the story, you would go in tears, but it's fine.
They say Dr. Carl, I'd like to put that into practice.
No, I've been, dog. I've been tearing up. Yeah, for a bit. So she understood the vision. She understood the story. Even now, I call her all the time, and you could hear that. Ketsi ahlupha, Catherine, right?
Okay, yeah. I thought you said
words.
Sneh.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. So.
You still in touch with Catherine?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bother her that much for her to understand that she gave me her contact numbers,
for a reason.
email address for a reason. It's that thing of when you're going through something which you see your career needs 1, 2, and 3, you fail to reach out to certain people. What is media if you don't have contacts? You understand? You don't call yourself a media practitioner if you don't have, let me not say contacts, if you don't have a spreadsheet of contacts. So she made it okay for me to not really afford coming to school every day, but I made sure that the work
was
is
done
to the par. You understand? Because it's a different story giving somebody benefit of the doubt while they're not working towards it. But I worked, so I saw that effortlessly I could do this radio thing. You understand? It's in me. I don't need to.
Your blood.
I didn't feel like I was working.
Aish.
You understand? Even my assignments where I feel like every little assignment, every little exam, fine, I did well with the exams. We hit the 80% and all that. But assignments, you know very well. My assignments were typed early in the morning. The class was 2 hours to go.
Yeah.
So if I would submit
now they're gonna
late,
ask, what about him? No, I did the
understand?
same people.
Yeah. It's just that he had a computer, I didn't. I would wait for his computer so that he's done and then I can start typing my assignment. So things like that, they were like confirmation to say if I'm able to pass radio at a 70%, 75, and they're late, 20% is deducted.
Yeah, I remember. You know that shit.
Understand? So it means then I'm an A student, it's just that fuck. Understand? And all my assignments were like that. Even PR, when people say PR is difficult, Prince did PR.
People were complaining about PR.
But we were nice. We were nice.
Sheesh.
We were nice. Like what I was, the stereotype that they give all the kids back in the hood. They say, racism, this, that. I don't see race when I speak about certain people in my life. Like
certain people of different
race, straight
Yeah.
up, yeah. Cat will always be a mother to me. Understand?
Shout out.
That's how much you can talk. AMs, I send an email. You check. So till I make it, I feel she's part of that group. I'm not comfortable with her. You know, I'm not comfortable with her. It's just that I want to make her proud, get to the point where I can say, we're doing this now. You understand?
Yeah,
That's where we are. Understand?
Just a bands.
Yeah, we are doing Opi Kopi. Ketsi is creative directing this BI. You understand?
Yeah.
We are doing international gigs.
Speaking things into
Number two,
existence. dog.
Rian.
Yeah.
Understand?
Oh yeah.
Rian Bothma. That guy knew my story. He put me on in a way nobody could ever.
We're gonna
put me
get
on.
to that. We're gonna get to that.
Straight up.
Coffee,
So-
dog. We're gonna get to that.
So the love there, dog. I also saw our PR lecture, right?
What was the PR?
It was
I forgot her name.
Okay, fine. Continue.
she also with that never saw race because she saw a kid who would never show up to her classes. But when I brought it, dog. I was one of those. You understand?
Yeah.
And you look at me, you're like, oh, flip.
You
Dog, what's
here?
your textbook? You understand? But I'm here participating, and we did well.
Shout out,
Understand?
dog.
We did well. So tertiary for me, it was, I'd be lost without tertiary because I was just gonna. I felt there's a roof, not knowing that there's the 16th floor in the building we're in. Understand? When you get to the 16th floor, you're like, oh, flip, man. Forgot there's rooftop.
Yeah.
Rooftop, and then you can't say the sky's the limit.
Ah, you can't.
Understand?
You
So-
can't. So, why Boston? I mean, you could have went somewhere else, but why Boston? Don't tell me it's because of fresh.
No, nah. Actually, used to hear Boston adverts on More Flavors ads on YFM radio. So YFM was a favorite station back then.
Yeah.
It had that, it had that. I had identified with the youth of YFM. When I think clothing, when I think color, when I think culture, when I think streets, because the influence came from rap when I used to go to Season Scoop with my boy to go there for the
Was it a rap
cyphers.
battle? Oh,
Nah,
cypher.
we got into the station when they opened for us. So Scoop used to handpick people. So you'd spit. He pointed you spit. If your verse is nice, you go inside. You do that. So already seeing the studios, I saw myself as the guy behind the
mic.
The mic. Understand? The mixer, the control.
Yeah.
So I saw myself as I want to do what Season them are doing. You check,
You wanna scoop it?
dog.
Get it?
So I saw myself as one of them.
Yeah.
I never saw myself in a suit. Saw myself going to work fresh. You understand? With my
Looking
cap
good.
on.
No, that's good.
You
That's
feel me?
that's
Yeah.
dope. Yeah. So let's continue, dog. Let's go. You spoke about Rian.
So yeah, so now on the part where the continuation goes from knowing very well that I could have went to Vets. Vets never took media seriously back in the day. It was just diluted.
Okay.
Yeah, it had this, it had that, but when you go to Boston, they specialize. So it's like shout out to Vets. One thing I know is that when you have school, high school, the people who are prioritized, not saying that it's what they do, but you look at the 12 A's in grade 12, right? 12 A's. 12 D. And maybe there's 12 F if it's if you went to a public school, you would know. There's 12 F.
We got up.
We don't know them.
We got up to age.
We don't.
Age
Dog.
grade.
That was
Age
Up
grade.
to age.
You don't know them.
Yeah.
You don't know them. You don't know them. The principal never had hope.
Whack my daughter.
There was, as soon as you step from B, C, to F, they don't know you. You understand? Yeah, they don't know you. So you knew that science was the first prioritized class, then accounting. Travel and tourism. We'll see you. Check. But right now you see
Don't
that
discourage kids,
yeah,
man.
but no,
Don't
I'm
discourage.
just saying. Back in
Yeah.
high school, but you see that as a kid who did science, which my teachers discouraged it, because I was a dancer in high school.
Okay.
Every
Wait,
Friday,
wait.
in second,
Break dancing was sponsored.
dogs bourgeois.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was a battle cat. So back in the day, after lunch around 12, we don't go back to class. That everyone is standing there by assembly. I'm there. If you had beef with somebody or from outside the other school, they would make sure that they enter by a jump or something. So we handle our battle here.
Wow.
To a point when I got to grade 12, that stopped because my teachers didn't.
Lectures.
Yeah, my teachers never tolerated that. I was supposed to be out there on paper saying that every single person in this class are making it. Our teachers, me and my best friend, kind of like discouraged it to say, "You are not science class. You are not the science material." To a point that
Wow.
I was able to be put in a place where, you know how Saturday classes could take place.
Yeah.
For matriculants. So I was given a shot from grade 10 to say, yo, this kid can go attend. We think he's fit enough to go attend the program at UJ.
Wow.
So it was like helping me out. But it confused me more than anything.
Elaborate.
So fashion, kind of like, you see what people kind of like, a lot of people that you see in creative spaces, they're not so attentive.
Okay.
They think creatively.
Yeah.
Even when writing an essay, look at a creative's essay. It's beautiful. It draws a picture because they're trying to tell a story. It's ngesiZulu kuthiwa indaba iyanandiswa, right?
Okay.
So inobuciko. It has
Unomswako.
proper. No, ubuciko is jargon.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
thinking
wordplay.
Mkhuzo manje, boy.
Nah.
Eh? Flash Bukani. What
So-
you see what
so-
you did?
So it has character in it.
Oh,
Understand?
okay.
It's not written in an academic way where it's just straight to the point. You
I get you, yeah.
So so you see all of that. Teachers never really believed that I was the right kid for science, but I proved them wrong. Just like I did in tertiary in Boston. If I had put myself and applied myself into really trying to do, because my matric was, we went there, we knew we passed, but we were just like, what grade? And what did you get distinctions? Did you get that?
Yeah.
Fine, I didn't get them. But if I would have applied myself more, it's not
You
that it's
would have.
regrettable, but I was where I was supposed to be. Because I
Shout out.
did a whole lot of things, just like Boston, which matter today. I have a story, the reason why I'm here.
Yeah.
Because I was not just focusing on getting a job, but I was more about creating jobs and being a tastemaker in the whole industry.
Enjoy game. Let's talk about Rihanna, dog.
So,
You said that guy played a role.
Yeah.
And Kofifi as well.
dog,
Put it in the mix.
played a huge role, dog. I know he's in Netherlands right now.
Oh.
Yeah, so I still want to make it up to him because I remember back in when I needed a place to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so opportunities almost slid from my hands, you understand, through my fingers, because everyone I couldn't, just like I said earlier, I couldn't make some certain classes because of not affording. So at the time when
This nigga came prepared.
when Lizelle,
Wow.
yeah,
Shout out to you, man.
when I think Lizelle was the one giving you guys internships, ne? Was it Lizelle?
No, it was not Lizelle. I think it was Jeanette. On the email.
Yeah,
Jeanette.
Sorry about that. So
Yeah.
Jeanette was the one giving SABC
Sending emails
internships
and,
and all that.
yeah.
I was not there during that period.
She
Couldn't afford to come to school during that period. And who else to understand, because it seemed like this kid is playing with opportunities. But I'm going through a phase where here I am, I'm supporting my family, right? So, short story is, my mom and dad went, my dad 2002, my mom 2004, right? We had my granddad and grandmama looking after us.
Yeah.
My matric year, 4 days before my birthday, my granddad died. Cool. And then now we are left with my grandmother. So it's tough for her. She was not the provider. She was always the queen mother who's been taken care of. Understand?
Wow,
My
yeah.
granddad making sure everything is. But the nice part is that we had learned everything that he was doing. We could operate now. Business minded. School, I was selling sweets.
Damn.
I was selling airtime. I was the guy.
Yeah.
Grade 9, grade 10, I already had people in different grades selling for me, and I would just focus. Class
Yeah,
was
entrepreneur,
science.
yeah.
You understand? So all that is what I learned through my granddad. But now when he left, things became a bit shaky. I needed to find money to go to Boston. I needed to, you understand?
Yeah.
All those things that kind of
Hustle.
like, yeah,
Fend for
hustle.
yourself.
And I was okay with that. So with Rian, he also made it okay to, we see you. Sino also played a role because he was close to Rian.
Oh yeah.
So me being close to Sino and doing well in class with Rian really proved that.
This kid is the one.
You understand?
Yeah.
So he gave me an opportunity when everyone had an internship. I only had like 6 weeks left. When everyone submitted their reports, I was starting my internship.
Shout out, man.
Yeah, so
Shout
Rian
out.
was like, Doug, I reached out, I'm like, yo, I'm like, okay, cool. What I'll do is, I've just, I think he had left Boston then.
And left Jason to run the studio.
Yeah. So he was like, dude, come to where I am. I went there. When I got there, he had introduced me to the station manager, spoke highly of me. And then he was like, Doug, all you gotta do is pitch yourself. I did. The first time, I pitched myself. Told them what I could do. And I did all that. To the point that I ended up producing.
So this is at Kofifi where you are?
Kofifi FM.
Yeah.
That's where he was, doing some work. Sino was there also.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was able, Doug, to... I started from just doing the metadata, you understand? Where you receive music from different artists or there's a new playlist. I was like saying, okay, somebody handles the playlist, submits to me, and then I need to make sure that everything is name, artist,
everything is proper, is in order.
Organizing interviews, I'll be forwarded all that stuff. And then there was a homie called Pops Moffett.
Okay.
Appreciate that guy. After pitching him, saw what I could do, I started forcefully producing the show. It's what I wanted to do.
Content producing. Yeah.
I said, yo, I see we don't have anyone for weekends. I'm coming in. I'm going to do this.
Damn.
He was the programs manager and station manager. He was doing this. I was like, nah, dude, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
You understand? So he said, okay, fine. We're going to try you out on the show before
you get your own show.
On the show, so you're gonna co-host on the show before the 12 to 3. I went in. I was the support. Understand? Content. I was helping out with that and the co-host. So they were prepping me.
Okay.
Still being a vote, but I was alright. Yeah, I was alright. So it's just that making yourself available to everyone. You get there in the morning. You're like, how can I help? Ban, how can I help? I see you doing this. Can I help? You understand? They started taking me to outside broadcasts.
Nice.
I was the sound guy who was making sure the clips and everything, nothing peaks. You understand? The boom guy. Because they had a small television section that they were doing.
Yeah.
You check. So I was okay with everyone. I was the right energy. Now I started writing news.
What? Compiling news?
Yeah.
Sheesh. I think we're gonna need another hour for this one. Part 1 and part 2, dog. See you telling me about 10 minutes.
So I started getting into writing news.
Yeah.
From news, I was on Friday I couldn't leave because Pops would be like, yo, forgot to tell you, we have a show this weekend. Or maybe when I'm supposed to leave, like, yo, can you write me an advert? I started writing adverts.
Copywriting.
Yeah, which you didn't know that was it. I need to add my CV.
Giant.
Did that, you understand? I was writing adverts now, giving them a selling point. And now I was editing audio for the news. Came back, Pops was like, I think you're ready. Produce for the drive time show. Now I produce for the drive time show, produce for Big Daddy, produce for the guy before that, Current Affairs.
Wow.
And then I did my own show on Saturday. I hosted that.
All through word of mouth.
Through word of mouth. Rian really put me on. It wouldn't have started if it wasn't for him.
Sheesh. And now that didn't end there. You also, he did what you've always done, which is open doors for other people.
True.
You know.
Yeah.
So now, let's get into fashion.
Okay, let's get it.
Yeah?
Let's get it.
You got the gear.
Let's get it. No.
We're from Elokshin after all.
I'm saying let's get it. That's what I'm saying.
All right, sure.
Elokshin gear. Oh, snap. Oh, I'm late. It's like from Elokshin gear. Oh, snap. Oh, okay. My apologies.
I was like, I made peace with it. Like, it's kaftin.
You know what's the thing? You know what's the thing? A lot of people, when they speak to me, say it's either I speak fast or they don't hear some of the things I say.
What about me?
You hear me. I hear
you. Do you hear me?
Yeah, always.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But you didn't.
No, I didn't, you know. I didn't catch on.
Don't worry.
That was fire.
24 hours later.
Oh shit, 24 hours later. I'll take that one, I'll take it.
Yeah, so how did Elokshin gear come about?
So Elokshin gear came, I think December. My matric year.
So it started in matric. I thought it started in Boston. Okay, but yeah.
So it's a thing where I had a range of T-shirts that I was pushing.
Okay.
Called Bred Man, something like that. I remember nicely. But at the back,
not ginger.
No, it was Bred Man. Ne? It had a slice of bread here.
It's still flying over, right?
Come on, dog. I get it. Gingerbread man. Come on, dog. You're not gonna do that to me.
Yeah.
So he had a loaf of bread, which is sliced, right? So back in where I come from, we call bread money or bread ass. You understand? So at the back there was a red lipstick. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Buns. Stand. So we had a red lipstick at the back
Buns
that was.
Out.
Yeah. Shout out to Maps. So we had that, ne? A lipstick shaped. I don't know how to put it, but yeah, ass.
It was there, yeah.
Yeah, bread. So it was written, "Take your bread." I don't know where that came from.
Take your bread.
I don't know where that came from. It was
but
stupid as hell.
Truck and get paid. Take your bread.
But it was one of those things. You see these gassy slogans and all that, and I saw, man, nah, I need to compete. I need to start competing. Then that thing died. I was the only one wearing the T-shirts. No one bought them. So, because it was provocative.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't wear it at home. Yeah, you know.
So now I started doing what? I had $7,000 which was saved up for my matric dance. We never had one.
Okay.
So I needed to pay school fees. And Nico was like, dude, we start locking the gate around March. You need to make a plan to make sure you pay for this year. I only have registration. I was like, I'm not going to register you. You're going to be unregistered.
Yeah, I remember those words.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I did that. And that's when I saw a niche where there are Sandton kids. Kids who want to live in Sandton. They come from the hood. They love the dream. They're not being sold a dream, but they are part of the dream. It's their journey of, I'm looking at every single person we went to school with. The dream is alive. they live in the lives that they hoped they would achieve.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So with them going there, we know around winter time everyone needed clothes. They needed the coolest thing, understand? So I needed to first be certified, look apart, for people to believe that my taste is to trust. You understand? So Loction Gear, kind of like then it looked like a premium brand.
The part, yeah,
You understand? It looked the part. People never. It was. I think I got in the game at the right time where it was not normal for a black kid to have a brand. Understand? It was. Yeah, we see, but there's funding behind them. But to kind of like start the whole thing
from scratch.
To say how would you like your hoodie to look like with personalized names and all that. You understand? To put a personal touch. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. Every time I look at you and under oath, I'm like, dog, that is home.
Yeah,
understand?
man.
Because there's nothing that I felt okay leaving Loction Gear because there was somebody else who's doing right by their own brand. You understand? And this person is close to me. I know him. You understand? So it was not a thing where I'm saying, nah, I did it first. Nah. What? Somebody needs to start.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to start.
Yeah.
And the one who starts, even if they get lost in the race, the one who's still part of it, let him continue. It's like a relay. You check me.
Shout out.
So with that, that's how I was able to pay fees. That's how I was able to buy myself a car. That's how I was able to pay my brother's fees. That's how I was able to pay for the next year. Loction Gear made so much money. It gave us everything. And then, not knowing that we're going to struggle for the second year. Second year was bad.
Sheesh, how bad?
Bad, to a point that if I didn't pay forward the school fees, that I wouldn't.
Damn it.
I'll be kicked out of school.
Damn,
Feel
dog.
me? So also, it's a thing of respecting everyone from all parts of life. Because those guys, you know there was you enter, you look fresh, dog. You just got off a cab, you are there. Now you are entering with your crush there, Boston. You're like, dude, hey, but Baba Patari school fees, one side, go see the man admin. You check. So,
it was good tough, nah.
It was tough.
Sheesh.
And that thing, Abu Maluma, I made sure that I'm cool with them. When I had a little something, I'll back who drink, I'll chill with them. Find out what advice they'd have to give. Because we have this mentality of saying, we are learned, I'm going to the school. Umalume now, Umalume nje. Not knowing what Umalume is actually, he's going through life. He's also learned. But maybe he's applying somewhere while he's here guiding us, you understand?
That's true.
And me, I was able to sit down with them. Even now, I think 2 weeks back, I went to Boston. I found them. They were so happy. They were so happy because why? I respected. I was able to give them time to kind of like, everyone has something to say. You know, when you have the right energy, you could be young. But if you sit here and somebody decides to tell you your problems, give them the time, because it means there's an enlightenment, something that you are given, that you're working with. Understand?
Shut up.
Everyone feels like pouring themselves out to you. You check. So, dog, it's Loction Gear kind of put me on.
Now I get you, my guy. Dude, you've done a lot, right? Forgive me if I don't touch on the things that you've done.
Trust.
Right? Please go Google this guy. Are you on Google?
Come on, dog. I am on Google. I am on Google. Come on, dog.
You will still have time, dog. Or we need to jump into part 2. Because we have a lot to talk about. Massive Metro, co-hosting at Massive Metro, Designer Water, Rap Life.
You're gonna need to wrap it up, yeah?
You know, so we need to do part 2.
All right.
Right?
Gonna need to wrap it up because we're going up to 50 minutes now.
50 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, let's just go to part 2, my guy.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's
Part
get
2
it.
is coming up.
Juicy, yeah. I heard my niggas be proud of me. Look at I'm reppin' my city so wavy, ain't nobody stopping me. Yeah. I'm giving no one apologies. I'm up with the squad, can handle the sauce. I'm tryna make me some rands. Look at my